Hey Aquarius, your June tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your theme is compassion, so it's a time to access more kindness, and that's for yourself, for your loved ones, for strangers, for your environment even. And so I have pulled 3 cards to see what that looks like for June. So first you have the Four of Swords. So remember that you're human. Your most important tools are your body and your mind, and they need care, and they cannot and will not be productive in perpetuity without proper downtime. So building in breaks for yourself will actually help you accomplish more in the long run. Prioritize getting enough sleep, time in nature, time to think. And also time to do something that doesn't let you think, something grounding that holds your mind so that it can rest too. Now, second, you have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a little bit more external and displaying compassion for your environment. Create an environment that is conducive to resting your mind and body. Try giving yourself the luxury of more space by decluttering your environment. Are you making yourself wear things that make you feel uncomfortable? Are you snuggling your pets enough? It's not just about rest, but joy and pleasure too. So there's just something hard about your exterior world that's creating a hardness inside to meet it. And can you find ways to soften that in June? That's the big key word here. With this, they want you to soften something. Now, third, you have the Empress. And so how hard are you pushing yourself, trying to outrun a feeling of not being enough? Is there a sense that if you would just be harder on yourself, you would eventually feel like enough? Because they're inviting you to rethink this and reminding you that you were born enough and you don't have to earn rest or compassion. Compassion is your birthright as a human being, because being a human is hard. Like, to sum up this whole row, there's a perfect meme, and I keep it on hand for myself all the time. And it goes, instead of asking if you've worked hard enough to deserve rest, ask yourself if you've rested enough to do your most meaningful work. And I'll sometimes substitute meaningful with fierce or whatever, it is I need to tap into at that time. So anyway, for the first week, you have the Death card. So this month is a doorway to a whole new way of being, but you will be trapped in that doorway, unable to pass through until you can leave something on the other side. So with compassion as a theme, it could be something like self-judgment, self-loathing, non-acceptance of your humanness, perfectionism, something along those lines. So when you lay something down and you take up the energy of compassion instead, you could transition into the next phase effortlessly. For week 2, you have the Queen of Wands, and this one, it seems like it's coming out to play a lot this month. There's something oxygenating about allowing this breathing room when you're no longer choking the life out of yourself with toxic productivity mindsets. You are roaring to life here like a bonfire, and it is visible. People can see a light radiating off of you, and it gravitates people towards you effortlessly once again. So for week 3, you have the Ten of Swords. So that Queen of Wands energy must feel so good surging through you that you decide to put an end to something that has been toxic for you for a long time, once and for all. So it's like once you come through this door at the beginning of the month and you get a taste for this new way of being, you decide to lock that door behind you forever. Week 4, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of change happening around you now. And this is going to be different for everyone. I can't really pin down what that looks like, but this is a circumstantial change, not so much internal as a lot of this other stuff so far. So some of it is going to be awesome. Some of it is going to be uncomfortable. But what you have to remember is that this is life. It is a Swiss watch of interlocking cycles, moving everyone forward through space and time. So don't internalize the uncomfortable or the quote bad as a reflection of something wrong with you. That is so gaslighty, the way we're told that the external world is a reflection of our internal world. It's true to an extent. It's true that our perception of it is influenced by the lenses we wear, which are a component of our internal world. Its objective circumstances can be influenced by our actions, which are the result of our internal world. And, not but, and we are part of a greater cosmos that does not bend to our will, our fear, or our positive thoughts. Taking responsibility for how the universe behaves is not your job as a human, so don't chain your well-being to the rim of that wheel. Your power over the lens that you wear, the actions you take, your thoughts, your choices, it is all concentrated in the center of the wheel where you sit as the observer. So lighten up on yourself. Do what you can to stay upright and balanced in yourself. Work with the cosmic cycles. Honor them. Honor yourself as one of the manifestations of those cycles with your circadian rhythm, your appetites, your energy fluctuations, mood fluctuations, phases of life from birth to death. The wheel is already invented. Now you just have to kind of learn how to ride it. Which is not to, I feel like I want to reiterate, this is not to say that you don't have power, but your power is over yourself within the center of it. You aren't the one that has to turn everything and make everything in the world happen, and you aren't responsible for the entire world, right? So anyway, for work, you have Justice and the Knight of Pentacles. So for the self-employed, actually, you know what? This is for people with jobs too, because this one isn't so separate. Maintaining balance and order with your workload, your finances, your work-life ratio, your effort and reward ratio. It's all achieved with what you do every day this month. It's not going to be one big chunk of an adjustment. I'm getting that it's not a time to take like one decision and declare that that's going to be the course of action or the deciding factor from now on, quote unquote. Nothing is going to hold true in a from now on sense. So instead of like from now on, you'll make that decision fresh every day depending on the way the balance is tipping. So it's about being fluid and constantly adjustable. It's about being conscious and intentional towards maintaining equilibrium. So what worked today could be too much or not enough tomorrow. So for June, just set homeostasis or equilibrium as a goal in and of itself. And the Knight of Pentacles brings your focus back to the here and now. So what can you invest today? What can you do today towards the overarching goal of balance? And it could literally be the opposite of what you did the day before. Maybe yesterday you bought and today you sell. Today you grind, tomorrow you rest. Your results will be a cumulative. They'll be an aggregate. Now for love, you have the Four of Shields with the Six of Shields. So for couples, this is a big one on give and take or reciprocity in your relationship. With the overall theme of compassion, that could be what it's referring to. Your partner is human just like you. They deserve compassion too. And if you're withholding compassion from yourself, ultimately you're withholding it from your relationship. So, here's something I said in one of my VRs recently. Like, a truly self-interested person recognizes that taking care of their environment and their community does take care of them. So your relationship does take care of you when you're taking care of it. Feeding your partner love and compassion feeds the relationship. And if you cut that off with the expectation that it will self-generate and start giving to you, it's not going to. Essentially, meet your partner halfway, basically, on whatever resource seems to be a little bit finite this month. Now for singles, it's kind of a similar message there. You're going to get out of the dating situation, whatever it is that you put into it. So hiding your interest does not add any fuel to someone's pursuit. Openness invites openness. No one wants to waste their time, right? You don't, they don't. Sharing is not a waste of anybody's time under this energy. They say even if it doesn't work out with this person, you will get something for your effort and your investment. It'll be a good time at the very least. So that's what I have. I also have your bonus message here. Here's your image, and it says, fragrant are the flowers that bloom when you smile and let go. That's a big theme here of letting go with that death card with the Four of Swords. So I hope you have a great month, Aquarius, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.